Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for April 7 to 11, 2025. See Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, Horrified, Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Veganos, Exploding, and Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, Collapsing. As we always do on early edition day, we start with what is coming the rest of this week. On Wednesday, April 2nd, we have Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, interviewing somebody, and initially, the spoiler felt like it might be a job interview. However, with new information, it looks like she might be talking to Christina Corinthos, Kate Monsey, because she is asking someone who else knows about this. So Christina may slide over to Diane looking for some legal advice on the very bad thing that she did. And it's probably pretty smart to give Diane a heads up. Meanwhile, Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, has a tense conversation with Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rotha, who has paid her for her silence, but she warns him that there are limits on the things she will do for money. So, what is he asking for now? Because the initial agreement was just to quit badmouthing him and quit talking about the kidnapping and all that. Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, and Laura Spencer, Jenny Francis, have dinner together. Looks like a pleasant outing after the Monica Quartermain, Leslie Charlison, Cardiac Center debut. I really like that set they have. I wish they had just, I don't know, a little screen maybe with something about Leslie Charlison. That's my only complaint about it. Other than that, I really enjoyed the episode and the lookbacks. Brennan, Chris McKenna, and Carly Corinthos Spencer, currently played by Laura Wright, are back in the sheets on Wednesday. They're on the same page about their relationship. And they're serious. They're moving forward. However, Carly warns him that they're not going to be able to spend as much time together, and we'll see what obligations, or if it's just her trying to hide him from Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and other haters. Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, gets kind of pushy with Lucas Jones, Van Hansis, and she may be prodding him about contacting Marco. Speaking of Lucas, he has a sit-down with Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, at General Hospital on Wednesday, and looks like they're talking about Carly. I suspect Jason may want Lucas to help break up her and Brennan because Jason's getting a lot of pushback when he has tried it with Carly. So maybe he's going to get her brother to be the bad guy in this. Gio wonders to Emma Scorpio Drake, Braden Bruner, why she went and got herself arrested, knowing that she has a history of past arrests, and this could come back to bite her in a big way. Plus, Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, can't protect her because it will look real dodgy since she's the head cop, and that's her granddaughter. Anna warns somebody who she thinks is after her granddaughter Emma because they have a problem with her. Could be Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson. Could be Brennan, we'll see. Anna already attacked Brennan once over Emma, so wait and see how that goes. Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, talks to Maxie, and they are wondering if what's happening bothers anyone else. And this may be about Sidwell throwing all that money around for the nurses' ball, which is a great cause, but it's a lot of money. Thursday, April 3rd, we've got Portia Robinson, Brooke Care, giving it to somebody. She's putting them in their place, and I wonder if it's Brad Cooper, Perry Shen. I wonder if he circles back around and tries to pressure her, and she unloads on him because she knows that he's responsible for Drew having that information. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, has a nice little moment with Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, on Thursday, and there may be sparks flying soon. We've got more Sidwell. He's arguing with Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eagle Aru, so hopefully we'll get some more insights into their marital history. And maybe we'll find out whether or not Marco is his son. Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, has suspicions about someone. Maybe Brennan. Maybe her trainer Vaughn. Carly has some questions for Lucas, and if he's pressuring her about Brennan, I wonder if she's going to ask if Jason has prodded him to try and get her to break up with the guy. It's not like she's a fool. I don't know why Jason thinks he could do a circle around behind her back and get away with it. Friday, April 4th, we have Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, finding out if she's going to be a WSB agent officially or not. Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, and Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, face off, and things get really nasty. And we know this blackmail thing is coming out soon. Carly and Jason are struggling over disagreements, which obviously is about Brennan. Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, and Kai, Jen's Austin Astrup, find themselves interrupted. Maybe they're canoodling. Ava Jerome, Maura West, gets news that absolutely gobsmacks her, and she may find out that Rick's brakes were cut, and this is way more than just a tragic car accident. The following week, April 7th through the 11th, Jocelyn's WSB official as an agent very soon, barring some sort of crisis, and the big question is, who's going to be her first case? Is it going to be Sidwell? Maybe Trina and Kai continue to get closer, and Drew and Curtis continue to get more hostile. Drew is angry that he is not Congressman Quartermain anymore. He is officially Congressman Kane. He is salty about that. He's upset about the Crip thing not working out. Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove, may go crawl back under his rock since Drew didn't win any of this. I just wonder if Curtis and Drew get so hostile with each other that Drew explodes and tells Curtis he is going to destroy Portia in payback and that he's got the goods to do it. Ava, I'm pretty sure, is going to figure out quickly once she finds out Rick's car was tampered with that it was Christina. And of course, once this comes out, Molly Lansing Davis is going to completely lose it because Christina nearly killed her dad. Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, knows this is a very messy situation. She's going to want to get out in front of it. Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, and Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Gran, of course, will be horrified, and I wonder if Diane will take this to Alexis as her co-counsel, or if she will be bound by attorney-client confidentiality and can't even tell her law partner. We're counting down until we get Marco in Port Charles to see his mom, Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue. Obviously, he's going to run into Lucas, and we've seen some shots of the actors together, and it looks like Blaze is coming back too. Maybe she will be performing at the nurses' ball, with the Monica Quartermain, Leslie Charlison, Cardiac Center open, and Sonny having a heart condition. I'm just wondering if he's going to be the first patient treated there because the things that Christina has done may stress him to the point he collapses. He has been putting off the surgery even though Jason's pushing and Dr. Isaiah Gannon, Sawandi Wilson, is pushing, and he's thinking he has time, which means he doesn't have time. I do expect some sort of cardiac event or crisis where Sonny is concerned. Of course, if you watch the most recent episode, you know the nurses' ball is back starting on May 20th, 2025. The last time we had a nurses' ball was 2023, and before that, there was a 4-year gap, and the last one prior was 2019 because the pandemic knocked it out for 2020 and really for 2021, and then they just didn't do it in 2022. Risa Dorkin is back as Amy Driscoll, and she's a great singer, so they always bring her back around when it's nurses' ball time. Port Charles is a town that never sleeps, and the week of April 7 to 11 proves it with a whirlwind of shocking revelations, volatile tempers, and a terrifying medical crisis that sends shockwaves through the Corinthos family. As alliances shift and tempers flare, the heartbeat of this town skips more than a few beats, especially when Sonny Corinthos suddenly collapses, throwing his loved ones into panic mode. Here's your early look at what's going down in Port Charles. Monday, April 7. Diane stumbles across a shocking secret. Diane Miller has always prided herself on being 2 steps ahead in the courtroom and in life, but nothing prepares her for what she stumbles upon this Monday. While doing some background dating for a case tied to Sonny's coffee business, Diane comes across an encrypted file buried deep in a shared legal database. Curious, and admittedly a bit paranoid thanks to the rising tensions between Sonny and everyone around him lately, she deciphers the data, and what she finds leaves her horrified. The file is a confidential memo linking a prominent Port Charles judge to an off-the-books deal with Pikeman. Even worse, there's a mention of a high-value target being prepped for a takedown, and that target appears to be Sonny Corinthos. Later in the episode, Diane seeks out Robert Scorpio, conflicted about breaking attorney-client confidentiality. But Robert warns her, if she sits on this information, Sonny's blood could be on her hands. Diane must make a choice, and fast. Tuesday, April 8. Molly explodes at Christina. Tensions in the Davis household reach their boiling point. Since Molly and TJ lost custody of baby Jude, things have been awkward at best with Christina. But when Christina casually shows up to Molly's office at the DA's office to drop off Jude's forgotten blanket, she's met with a cold reception and an explosive confrontation. Molly, under pressure with a tough case and emotionally raw from watching her sister bond with a child she once dreamed of raising, finally snaps. "You get to have the fun without the responsibility?" she yells. "You get to be the hero without knowing what it costs." Christina, wounded and shaken, tries to defend herself, saying she's only doing what's best for Jude. But Molly won't have it. "You gave him to us, and then you took him back." Their mother, Alexis, walks in just in time to witness the emotional fallout. As the sisters turn on each other, Alexis is forced to play peacemaker. But even she's beginning to realize that this wound won't heal anytime soon. Wednesday, April 9. Sonny pushes too far. Sonny is a man used to being in control. But lately, cracks are showing in the once invincible mob boss. The isolation, the distrust, and the relentless pressure from all sides, Pikeman, Dex, Nina, even his own children, are weighing heavily on him. He pays a tense visit to Carly at Kelly's, demanding to know if she's been talking to the feds. Carly, unfazed, tells him he's not thinking clearly. "You used to be smart about who you trusted," she says. "Now you're seeing ghosts in every corner." Later, Sonny corners Dex at the gym, accusing him of being a double agent. Dex denies it, but Sonny grows increasingly erratic. "You betrayed me once. I won't give you the chance to do it again." When Jocelyn intervenes and finds them nearly nose to nose, she threatens to call the police. Dex tells her to stand down, but it's clear Sonny's grip on reality is slipping. The episode ends with Sonny staring into the mirror of his penthouse, hearing whispers that aren't there. Is it stress, or something darker? Thursday, April 10. Sonny collapses, panic ensues. The pressure finally becomes too much. During a heated meeting at Pavsulo's with Brick and Ava, Sonny suddenly staggers, clutching his chest. At first, Ava thinks he's faking a tantrum. But when Sonny collapses to the floor, gasping and unconscious, panic erupts. Brick immediately calls 911, while Ava frantically tries to revive him. At General Hospital, TJ and Portia take over his care, working to stabilize him. But test results leave them deeply concerned. Sonny may have suffered a transient ischemic attack, mini-stroke, potentially brought on by prolonged stress, untreated hypertension, or worse, poisoning. As word spreads, Carly rushes to the hospital, followed by Michael and Dante. Christina, guilt-ridden over her recent absence from her father's life, arrives in tears. Nina tries to come in, but is blocked by Carly, who tells her in no uncertain terms that she's not welcome. "I told you your lies would destroy him," Carly seethes. "You've been lying to him, manipulating him, and now he's on the edge of losing everything." Nina is left outside Sonny's room, watching through the glass, her expression torn between heartbreak and guilt. Friday, April 11. Port Charles holds its breath. As Sonny remains unconscious, the people of Port Charles begin asking questions, and some don't like the answers. Robert questions whether Sonny's collapse was natural or orchestrated. Brick makes a quiet call to someone off-screen, asking them to dig deep, everything on Pikeman, the judge, and anyone else tied to this. Back at the hospital, Diane comes clean to Carly about what she found, and they piece together a possible conspiracy to remove Sonny from power permanently. Carly demands they go public, but Diane warns that without proof, they could put Sonny in even more danger. Meanwhile, Molly, still reeling from her blow-up with Christina, tells TJ she's reconsidering her role in the DA's office. "Maybe it's not just about law and order anymore," she admits. "Maybe it's about choosing sides." Elsewhere, Michael and Dant have a private moment outside Sonny's hospital room. Michael asks if now is the time to finally make peace. Dant, always the pragmatist, tells him, "We may not get another shot." Inside the room, Sonny stirs. His hand twitches and Portia alerts the staff. He's waking up. But when Sonny opens his eyes, they're not filled with recognition. They're clouded with confusion. "Where am I?" he whispers. And just like that, the week ends on a chilling cliffhanger. Has Sonny suffered brain damage? Or is something much darker happening inside the mind of Port Charles' most powerful man? Coming up next week, a stunning arrest, a shocking DNA reveal, and a marriage proposal that could tear a family apart. Don't blink. Port Charles is just getting started. Would you like this written in a more recap-style tone or formatted for a newsletter-style blog post next time? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.